Picture a woman of immense power and charisma, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Born into the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra was not just a queen but a scholar, naval commander, and a linguist fluent in 9 languages. Her reign beginning in 51 BC was marked by political savvy and a deep understanding of her nation's culture. Cleopatra's reign was characterized by her strategic alliances, most notably with 2 of Rome's most powerful figures, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Her relationship with Julius Caesar, who was captivated by her intelligence and charm, led to the strengthening of her position as Egypt's ruler. Together they had a son, Caesarion, who Cleopatra hoped would carry forward her dynasty. Following Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra turned her attention to Mark Antony, a Roman general with considerable influence. Their alliance, both political and romantic, was a powerful one. Together they dreamt of creating a mighty Eastern Empire, with Egypt at its heart. But Cleopatra was more than just a queen in alliances with influential Romans. She was a ruler whose influence extended far beyond Egypt. She was a formidable naval commander who led her fleet in the Battle of Actium, and a scholar who could converse with foreign diplomats without the need for interpreters. Cleopatra was a beacon of female power in a male-dominated world, and her reign left an indelible mark on history. Her influence was vast, but even the most powerful can fall prey to political turmoil. As we'll soon discover, the tides of change were stirring, and the stage was set for one of history's most dramatic downfalls. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the reign of Cleopatra, a woman of intelligence, charm, and formidable power. A queen who made her mark on the world, and whose story continues to captivate us over 2,000 years later. As the Roman Empire was consumed by political upheaval, Cleopatra found herself caught in the crossfire. The power dynamics were shifting rapidly, and the once unshakable alliance between Cleopatra and Mark Antony was beginning to fracture under the weight of political pressure. At the heart of this turmoil was the rise of Octavian, a cunning and ambitious figure who was steadily accumulating power. Octavian was the adopted son of Julius Caesar, and his ascension marked a critical turning point in the history of the Roman Empire. His rivalry with Antony was well known, and the tension between them was palpable. As Octavian's influence grew, he began to undermine Antony's position. He exploited the growing mistrust among the Roman elite towards Antony's alliance with Cleopatra. Rumors were spread, suspicions were aroused, and Antony was painted as a traitor, bewitched by the exotic queen of Egypt and plotting to hand over Rome to her. The political chessboard was set, and Octavian was making his moves with precision. He declared war, not on Antony, but on Cleopatra, cleverly playing into the prevailing sentiment of the Roman populace. The Battle of Actium in 31 BC was a decisive confrontation. Cleopatra and Antony, caught in the web of Octavian's strategy, faced a crushing defeat. This loss marked the beginning of the end for Cleopatra and Antony. Their once formidable power was now in decline, their influence waning. The Roman Empire was changing, with Octavian steering it towards a new era, an era that would later be known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. This power struggle, this clash of titans, set the stage for a tragic end. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was cornered, her empire crumbling, her dreams shattered. Antony, her lover and ally, was driven to despair. The downfall of an empire had begun, and with it the final chapter of Cleopatra's intriguing life was about to be written. Defeat at the Battle of Actium spelled doom for Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Their once powerful alliance crumbled under the weight of this crushing loss. Mark Antony, the Roman general who'd shared both a throne and a heart with Cleopatra, met a tragic end. Convinced by a false report of Cleopatra's death, he fell on his own sword, a poignant symbol of his abiding love for the Egyptian queen. Antony's death sent ripples of dread through Cleopatra's court. With her partner gone, Cleopatra was left to navigate the treacherous waters of political intrigue alone. Antony's death was not just the loss of a lover, but also a critical ally in her struggle against the rising power of Octavian. Antony's demise marked a turning point in Cleopatra's life, a moment of profound loss that would ultimately lead her to face her destiny alone. The last days of Cleopatra's life are shrouded in mystery and intrigue. As the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, her demise marked the end of an era. The circumstances surrounding her death are as captivating as the life she led, filled with political maneuverings, alliances, and a tragic love story. Cleopatra's death has been the subject of numerous historical accounts and literary adaptations, each adding its own layer of intrigue. The most popular account is that she died from the bite of an asp, a symbol of divine royalty. According to this theory, she chose to end her life by allowing the venomous snake to bite her, refusing to be paraded in defeat through Rome by Octavian. But this theory, like so much of Cleopatra's life, is steeped in myth. Some historians suggest that the asp story is a romanticized version of events, a tale spun to preserve her dignity in death. They argue that the asp's venom would have caused a slow and painful death, not the quick and peaceful one often depicted. Other theories propose that Cleopatra may have used a poison, either a topical ointment or a drink. The poison theory suggests that she would have had access to a variety of lethal substances as the Queen of Egypt. It also aligns with accounts of her testing different poisons on prisoners to determine the most effective. There are even suggestions that Cleopatra may have been murdered, a pawn in the power struggles of the time. However, this theory lacks substantial evidence and is generally considered less likely. In the end, the truth about Cleopatra's death is as elusive as the queen herself. Despite the many theories, there is no definitive account or physical evidence to confirm exactly how she died. The mystery surrounding her death only adds to her enduring allure and fascination. Until today, the true cause of her death remains a subject of debate. Like the sands of the desert she once ruled, the truth about Cleopatra's final days continues to shift and change, forever lost in the annals of history. Cleopatra's death marked the end of an era, but her legacy lives on. This formidable queen left behind an indelible imprint on the world, shaping its course in ways that continue to reverberate through the ages. Cleopatra's reign was marked by a keen understanding of politics, a savvy use of alliances, and a cultural sophistication that helped Egypt, a land steeped in ancient traditions, to interact with the evolving world powers of her day. She was more than just a ruler. She was a diplomat, a military strategist, and a scholar. Her ability to speak numerous languages and her grasp of various subjects from philosophy to astronomy were testament to her intellectual prowess. Cleopatra's cultural contributions were immense. She not only preserved Egypt's cultural heritage but also enriched it. Under her rule, Alexandria flourished as a center of learning and culture, drawing scholars and artists from far and wide. Beyond her intellectual achievements, Cleopatra also became a symbol of power and female leadership. In a world dominated by men, she stood out as a woman of influence, defying gender norms and asserting her authority with grace and strength. Her image as a woman who could hold her own in a man's world has made her an enduring icon of female empowerment. Her life and death continue to captivate us, leaving a lasting mark on history. Cleopatra's legacy is a testament to her remarkable life, a life that continues to fascinate and inspire, reminding us of the power of a single individual to shape the course of history. Cleopatra's story has inspired countless interpretations in literature, theater, and cinema. Her life, marked by political intrigue and romantic liaisons, has been a veritable goldmine for storytellers, each adding their own spin to the tale. From Shakespeare's tragic portrayal in Antony and Cleopatra, to the glamorous depiction in the 1963 movie starring Elizabeth Taylor, Cleopatra's legend has been reshaped and retold, contributing to her enduring mystique. Each interpretation, while varying in its depiction, celebrates the enigma that Cleopatra was. A powerful queen, a seductive beauty, a formidable strategist. Her death, cloaked in mystery, only adds to her allure, making her a fascinating figure to revisit in the arts. Even after centuries, Cleopatra continues to captivate our imaginations, her story echoing through the ages. As we delve into these varied portrayals, we see a testament to Cleopatra's enduring influence, a legacy that has transcended the sands of time, making her a timeless icon in our collective consciousness.